Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, or Nick, back at it again with the 11th episode of SkyBlock. So in today's episode, I'm really trying to work on getting these last two challenges that we have left, this music disc challenge and then the island level of 10,000. Now, the 10,000 definitely won't be completed in this episode, and I don't even know if the music one will be completed in this episode, but I have finally come up with an idea that may work to get this music disc challenge completed. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into today's episode. So starting things off with this episode, I really want to focus on this music disc challenge. So let's go ahead and look at this exact challenge that we need to complete, because I really just want to complete all of them. I know that I have all of them unlocked, but there are still two that I have not fully completed, and I would like to complete those. So for this challenge, I need a jukebox and collect all of the music discs. Now, music discs, I believe that there is 12 music discs. I'm not 100% sure. There might be 11 actually, I'm pretty sure. But I need to collect all of these music discs in order for me to complete this challenge. Now, these are all of the music discs that I have. And now, I made myself a list of which ones I need. Now, I need 13 chirp and ward. So that means we have to go ahead and find a way to get music discs. Now, one of the main ways, and I'm pretty sure it's the only way to get music discs, is by having a skeleton shoot a creeper and kill it with its arrow, and that'll drop a music disc every single time. Now, that is very difficult because I don't have any naturally spawning skeletons, and if it's not a naturally spawning skeleton, then it will not shoot the creeper. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a name tag. I don't know what name, so I'm just going to go with Trek. I don't really know what kind of name to go with, because one way that I've thought of for killing or getting a skeleton to turn into a natural spawning skeleton instead of making a dark room and waiting for it to spawn in is by going ahead to /shop, pulling up these spawners and grabbing ourselves one skeleton spawner. Now, what this will do is it'll create a non-naturally spawning skeleton. Now, that doesn't really benefit us right now, but what I want to do with this is I'm going to put it... I'll put it over here in this corner over here probably. So I'm going to put this down. Now this should spawn in a non-naturally spawning skeleton. Now what I will do with this is I will name this skeleton. I'm going to name it Trek. Now it should not despawn, I think, ever. It should never despawn. Let's break this spawner now because we don't need it anymore. Now this guy should not, I guess, despawn, but let me go ahead and go to /shop, grab ourselves a couple of blocks to, I guess, block this guy, and we'll just, I guess, grab some random hardened clay and block this guy in. Now, while I don't think he will turn into a naturally spawning skeleton right now, the way that I've planned is basically if you let this guy sit over like night or till the next reset. So if you do next reset or next restart, it'll pull up how long, and it says 266 minutes. Now, if you wait those 266 minutes, I'm pretty sure when the server restarts, then this guy will now turn into a naturally spawning skeleton, so he will now start to attack me, basically. So I'm going to let this guy sit here for those 266 minutes. That's why I don't believe we're going to complete this today. But my hopes are when he turns into a naturally spawned skeleton, so he'll start to attack me, then I can place a creeper spawner down like right here, and I'll spawn creepers in, and he'll aggro on me and then aggro onto the creeper, and then it'll basically be an infinite amount of music discs that I can possibly get since I'll have my own creeper spawner. So since I really kind of just now have to wait and see how long it'll take for this guy to turn in, I left my island a couple of times. It's been a couple of minutes since we did that last clip, but I don't know if anything has changed. I think he should probably still be here. Good, he's still here. I don't know if he'll attack me. I'm staying in front of him. So yeah, I think we're going to actually have to wait until that next restart for this guy to go ahead and change into, I guess, an aggressive mob. So let's go to /is, and I want to show you guys something that is going to be kind of funny to me, but basically, I now have this skeleton spawner that probably will never use anymore. So, I mean, I'm probably just going to get rid of it, but in a way that is pretty awesome. So, I want to show you guys what's in this chest. You guys can see that there's a wither skeleton skull on this chest. Now, this is my chest full of wither skulls. Now, I don't really grind wither skulls that often, but I do have a large amount of wither skulls. So, that's a large amount of withers that we can go ahead and fight. And I want to fight some in today's episode. Maybe get ourselves another beacon, or just get ourselves a bunch of random XP. But I want to show you guys something that I was given access to that was not built by me. I did add 3 spawners already, so now I'm going to add my 4th spawner too, but it is our wither skeleton farm. Now this is basically, if you do /party, you can see who's in my party. These are all the people. Actually, you probably can't. Let me turn chat up just a little bit so you guys can see. So we've got basically the whole crew. You've got Wild, we've got Tiny, we've got Nam, Smokey, Hevia, Chris. You can see them all down here. But the person who I believe originally built this was Smokey, and I actually don't see him in our party anymore, so he may not actually be in our party anymore. Not 100% sure where he went. So this is our, I guess, spawner. This is what we use to grind for, I guess, wither skeletons spawn or skulls. So I'm just gonna add another skeleton spawner right there, and then basically now there's another spawner. So all of these things can just be completely grinded. And watch, I'll just go here like this for a little bit and I'll show you how fast I can get myself a hold of 3 wither heads. With this looting 5 from this vampire kit, you get so many wither heads so fast, and you can actually sell these to people for a decent amount of money. I don't even know what the actual price tag is, but I could go pretty low, because if I can get this many that fast, like, why would I want to sell them higher, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy up, kill these guys. I'm trying to get that last one. I already have 2 so far, and it's not even been a full minute. So, oh, there we go. We got our 3rd skull. Now you can see how fast did we just get access to fight one more wither. That is another wither that we could possibly get a beacon from. So that's basically what I want to do next. I think we're going to go ahead do a sky key before we go ahead and do any withers, but that's what I want to do after. So let's go ahead to /spawn. So it's getting to this point where sky keys are really kind of useless to me. I mean, I just keep doing them because I do really enjoy doing them. It's sort of almost a little addictive, but sky keys is just a thing of the episode. So we're going to go ahead and roll ourselves another sky key. Hopefully we can get something pretty cool out of it. It's not even showing me anything. So private vault, I would love a PV. That's one thing that I don't have that would be pretty awesome if I could get. Hopefully we get something good. I don't know, it's really kind of going really weird. Normally it doesn't tell you till you win. 32 XP bottles, I guess. Okay, so 32 XP bottles, that's not bad. I mean, just throw them on the ground. I don't really have too much use for this. As you guys can see, I have 62 levels, so we also should probably do some enchanting in today's episode at some point. So we're going to head back to the island, and we're going to start setting up a little bit for, I guess, wither fights. So basically what we did a couple episodes ago. I find that the easiest way to fight withers is to create a platform at the most bottom part of your island, since for the most part, they rise up. So if you create this platform, you can do it at the bottom, spawn them in, and they'll basically just go all the way up to the top. So I'm going to continue to build this platform. I also like to do it too thick, just in case for some reason the explosion at the start goes ahead and it blows up it. So like that way, when a possible nether star drops, you can still not have to worry about that because it'll be too thick. And it's just safer, in my opinion, if you do it too thick. So I'm going to continue to build this platform, and I'll get ready to actually fight the actual withers. So I have everything set up. We have our platform. It's too thick. So my goal out of this is to get at least one more wither star or nether star, because it'd be cool just to have one. I haven't used the last beacon we got from it, but I think it would just be cool. So we're going to fight this first one together like we did last time, but we are going to go ahead and do what we did last time. We just grind them out until we get one. We have a lot more possibility to do them now because we have so many more wither skulls, but hopefully it won't take as many as I have, because I would love to just get it done in the first 5 or 6 withers. I did it in the first 4 last time, but I've heard people going like 50, 60 withers without getting an entire, like, any skulls at all. So this guy is now rejuvenating up. We're gonna go ahead and fight him here in a second. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't damage anything. I don't know if that's good. Okay, beat him. Basically, it's so easy with /fly. Like, you just go on top of him and hit him downward. Make sure you go back and forth so he stays over top of your platform. That way, if he drops stuff, where is he going? Oh my gosh, go back. Here you go. He's back over top of that. Now, to keep hitting him. Now he's going almost too far. You try to stay directly above him, and that's almost the best place for it. Make sure when you actually finally kill him, though, that he's over top of this platform, or it's not good. Basically, you should probably stay over the platform yourself, now that I'm realizing, because now he's kind of attracted to you. Make sure he doesn't get up too high. I don't want him destroying anything. He's over top of the platform. Come back this way, dude. Come back this way. Let me kill you. Almost got him. Couple more hits. Come this way a little bit. And there we go. Now he's dead. See, did he drop a skull? Or a wither star? It does not appear that he did, or Nether Star. So I'm going to go ahead and do this a couple more times, continue to record, but I'm not going to play any sound. So if I go ahead and get a star, I'll make sure that way you guys can see them. Alright, so you guys didn't actually see me fight any more withers, and that is because I ended up fighting 15 more withers, getting rid of an entire stack of sand, of soul sand, and all those heads, and I didn't get a single skull. So I'm honestly just gonna put that on the I guess back burner for today, because I don't really need, I guess, another, nether head or nether star, I mean. So I'm just gonna go ahead and not grind those out for now. We're gonna probably work on something else, but before we do that, I want to do our island showcase, because I think that is a very cool thing that we're actually now starting to do. So today's island, I guess it's a little almost biased in a way, because this isn't like a random person island. I know who this person is. He's a friend of mine. You guys probably haven't heard of him in a while, but you guys know him. It's Tish. Tish has started playing on this server, which it makes me super happy, because he's just such a good builder, and I'm finally glad to see him getting back into MC a little bit. So we're gonna go to IS Warp Tish, and I'll give you guys a little backstory on Tish. He's only been playing on here for about a week and a half, and his island is already amazing. So you spawn in right here, and we're just gonna fly out so you guys can see his island. Now, I'm gonna put some more cinematic shots in here like I normally do, but just look at this island, guys. He did this in 1 week. He really has just he's been kind of grinding in a way, but he doesn't have anything else on his island besides whatever this thing is. I don't even know what this thing is over here, but it is, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's over here. But his island is just so amazing, and I'm just so happy to see what he's doing on here. I kind of knew if he started playing on here, this is kind of what he would do. He basically is just making the best possible looking island while really not worrying too much about functional things. So basically sort of what I do, where he doesn't really care all that much about having the most rich island or having stuff like that. He just worries basically what I do about having an awesome looking island. I think he did a great job of doing that, and this just shows some of the building skill that he has, and he did this in a week. He doesn't have /fly either, so it's just kind of impressive to see what he can do, and it just really, he's one of the people that inspires me to build. He's just very talented, and that's why I wanted to show off this island for today. So put some more cinematic shots in right now so you guys can see it, but this island, man, is just so impressive, and I can't wait to see what he'll do in the future with it, and possibly in just generally in future building in Minecraft. So we're gonna head back to our island now, and I don't really know what we're gonna work on. We may start working up top. I don't actually know. We may just start a time lapse like now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna head back to our island and we'll figure something out. So I think what we're gonna do next, guys, is we are going to finish this tree. Now by finishing, that means we're gonna do the top. Now that doesn't mean that the rest of this area is done. Now I have a plan for that for next episode. We're probably just gonna finish the top of this tree in today's episode, but we might also go ahead and I have come up with an idea for something to do after this, but right now we are going to just complete this in a time lapse. So enjoy the time lapse and I'll see you guys afterwards. guys did enjoy that time lapse. Now, what I want to do next is the holidays are coming up here pretty fast. There's only about 1 or 2 weeks left until Christmas, or there's other holidays that I know a lot of you probably celebrate. I personally celebrate Christmas, so that is what we are going to be doing today. I want to build another little island, sort of like this little island that we did over here, except this one's really not going to have much function. It's really just going to have a Christmas tree, and we're going to throw a present under it, and in that present, it's going to be sort of like a giveaway. I'm probably going to do it in this video, so basically, once we're done building it, I'll explain a little bit more about the giveaway. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and gather some materials. We're going to start to build out that way, so that way we can build this little island. Now, we're going to start things off by finding exactly how big our island is. Now, I'm not exactly sure how far out we can go. I want to see how far we can go this way, and then I want to also check. So we can only go out this far right here. And then let's go to the farthest point over here and see how far we can go out this way, just to get a rough estimate of where we want to actually place this island. Now, it looks like we can go a decent amount. So if we place the island somewhere like right here, and I want to do it about just a little higher. So probably, what's this Y coordinate? I want to have the top of it be at about 183, 182. So the center of the island can be here. So let's build up to about that Y coordinate, so 182, 183, so about here, and then let's build this way a little bit. Now, we can go a decent amount this way. Thinking the center of it could be right about here, so it's just like from that area you can see over to here. So I'm gonna go ahead, probably build down a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy all these things out here because we don't really need them. This is where our center block is gonna be. I'm going to destroy all this stuff up. We're going to turn the time-lapse on just to build the actual island. Now, it's not even going to be that big because it really is only going to hold one little tree on it. So that's basically the whole point of it, is to create this Christmas tree, throw a little present underneath, and then create a giveaway based around that. So I'm going to go turn the time-lapse on, and I hope you guys enjoy. So that is our fully complete. Obviously, we have to put the tree on top, which is something that we're going to do together, but I feel like I want to add some color and some more blues and whites around there to make it sort of resemble ice. So what I want to do for that is I want to grab some glass, but first I want to see if we can't find the most empty chest to just go ahead and dump everything in. We'll empty it probably in this guy right here. Just throw everything in here because we don't really need any more of this. We might grab the snow just to keep it on hand. Now I'm going to dump all that stuff in there. Now, we're going to go to IS Warp Killboy. He has some glass for sale. I'm definitely way too lazy to go ahead and actually craft it myself, so we're just going to buy some from him. I think we'll just grab 2 stacks, because why not? Shop is out of stock. There we go. Okay, we grab 2 stacks, go back to our own island. We're going to probably craft 3 different kinds. So for that, we're going to do something like this. Get some light blue, and then we're going to do /craft, and then we're going to turn these guys, I think we have to turn them into glass like this beforehand, and then let's do it with this, like that, and then we'll do it with this, because then you can turn them into panes, and that's what we really want to do, because it really gives off this really cool, I guess, effect. So now we have way too much glass, but that's fine. Grab all of this glass, and there we go. So what I want to do is I want to put it on the corners, like stuff like this, to create some sort of like stuff like that. It really gives off a really cool vibe if you do it with all these different colors. Now, I'm not sure about this blue. It might be, yeah, the blue is way too much for me, in my opinion. I don't think it looks very good. So we're going to break this glass really quick. Hopefully this will break it really fast. And we're probably just going to continue to lay in some of the light blue glass and the white glass. I think the white glass looks really, really good. I think it resembles probably an icicle the best, in my opinion. So we're going to probably put some right here. Oh, that's the blue. We'll go ahead and do it with the light blue. I just feel like this adds a little bit more detail that it's missing. It's sort of too gray in my opinion, so I think we're getting close to being done with this actual island. So I'm going to finish up doing the rest of this stuff, and then together we'll build the actual tree. So for, I guess, Christmas trees, they're pretty simple. They're just a pine tree. Pine trees go, for the most part, just kind of like straight up like this. So I want to take a look back and see how high I actually want it. I want it at a decent size so we can add some details around it, but it only has to go to, I want to say about there. If you're stepping back, that's a pretty decent sized tree. It may almost be a little overpowering, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. I want to throw some little roots around the outside, and then we can even throw some sort of snow block on top of these roots so it just looks even better. Like, that just looks pretty cool in my opinion already. Maybe even throw one down here, and then we'll just break up this little thing, and then we'll put some snow back on top of it so it kind of looks like it's almost spreading downwards in a way. So then when you have this, now you got to kind of add almost little branches. Now to do that, it's pretty simple. Just add little blocks off to the side like that, almost like coming down. You're trying to make it thinner at the top and then thicker coming down, so like here, and then you can almost put like one out like that, and then at the bottom again you can just put one out like this maybe, and then you're going to really go back and you're just going to start to fill stuff in, because you really aren't going to see any of these blocks you're showing, but it just kind of, you can sort of see them through it, so that's kind of the importance of it. So I think this is pretty good in my opinion. I think we'll throw like one out here, probably down like that, and then break this guy right here. And that's a pretty decent insight, because I mean, for the size of the tree that I want, we don't really need too much. And then when you do is you want to take your leaf blocks, and then you just come from the top, come like this, create something like that, and then you really have to almost create your quarter section like this all the way down to the bottom like this, and then it's almost like you're creating a cutaway of the side of the tree. So you really have to kind of look from the side, like picture in your mind the tree coming down. You got to do this on all of the sides, and you got to make sure that you create almost different levels and stuff like that. It's all about just the placement. I can't explain it too much because there's no, I mean, there's sort of a technique to it, but it's really about just creating what you see in your mind. And this is what I see in my mind, something like this. And then I just start to throw in leaf blocks where I think the area looks a little bit too bland, or where it could use some more detail, stuff like that. And that's just really what I do. I'm starting to get some sort of shape. We're definitely going to have to put some more on different corners and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue to work with this, try to complete at least one or two more quarters, and then we'll probably finish it off together. Getting close, we're on the second to last edge or corner of this tree. So while I'm doing this, one thing that's pretty important in my opinion when building custom trees is the leaf placement. That's like what I'm doing right now, but right now I'm kind of just throwing things at random. Now that's kind of how you got to do it to get stuff down, but once you get stuff down, you start to get like some sort of shape that you want. But then you have to go back and you have to do what I like to call subtraction. And that basically is you're taking blocks out rather than adding them, which creates some sort of little, I guess, different, views of the tree, gives some more detail to it. And right now I'm still doing like the addition, but I'm kind of placing it in a way where I don't have to do as much subtraction in a way, because it already has that sort of detail there. But you get to this point where you just have to start taking blocks out to create more, depth and stuff like that. So this is kind of looking a little bit one-sided. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more to this guy's side over here. And then we can go back and really just shape it. We're going to go back and sculpt it to the, our own preference and stuff like that. So go like this. It's starting to look like a pretty chubby tree. I want to put some more stuff on the downside over here because it's kind of looking a little bit too bland in my opinion. So we're going to continue to add stuff as we please, and then we're going to go back. So I'm going to look at this from all sides real quick to see if it looks like what I want it to look like, because we're going to go back and we're going to add more detail. We're going to go back and we're going to take out blocks that we don't feel like are needed, stuff like that, to keep it at that round shape that we want. Now, this side looks a little weird, so we're just going to continue to add some more stuff onto this side like that. And I'm feeling pretty good about this tree sort of now. Maybe just a couple more blocks over here up the sides like this. And I'm feeling almost pretty good about this. So what I mean when I take out blocks, so like if we take out a block here and we take out a block here, it gives you a little bit of depth. Maybe this edge looks like it should be a little more rounded in a way. You really have to keep going back and just looking at the edges and stuff like that and seeing what you think looks really good. And it really gives you that almost sculptor look to it, so you're sculpting it away. So I'm going to continue to do this until I feel it looks good, and then I'll come back. So this is what I ended up with the shape of my guy. I think it looks pretty chubby, but that's fine. It's a Christmas tree. It doesn't really matter that much. So what I want to do next is I want to add almost like garland around the outside. So we're going to start probably down here, and we're just going to kind of create this little like effect that goes all the way up the tree and kind of forms around it, and it's gonna look pretty cool in my opinion. If we go all the way up to like the top with it, just gotta step up like one block or half a block almost every single time until you get all the way up to the top. Now I don't know, we messed up right here. That's what I gotta try not to do, is mess up on the placement of it. So we're gonna go all the way up to the top, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna add some like hanging lights off the top, which I think will look pretty cool. And we'll probably end it right here on this leaf because we're going to get really close to where I want to put the star. So I think that looks pretty good. Maybe I'm thinking put something like that, maybe just to create just a little bit more smoothness to it. I think other than that, maybe I can go like a block down like this, and that looks fine in my opinion, like that. And then we're going to go back and we're going to add on probably like underneath it, in my opinion. We'll add it like that, and we'll try to add it kind of strategically, but I want these to actually light up, which is the only problem with that. But it actually doesn't have to light up. Some of them can light up and some of them cannot, you know, something like that could be pretty cool. So we'll try like here, could be a good placement for that. We'll break this leaf block, and then we'll go ahead and go like that, and then see, that looks pretty cool. I know you can kind of see this, but that's just kind of my texture pack in a way, which it's I don't know, it's in my opinion, I think it's fine, but I think it could be better in my opinion. But I don't know, we'll go with this, and if it doesn't look like how I want it, then we can change it afterwards. So put this guy laid back one. If it'll break, lag is kind of a little issue. It's just breaking blocks is kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and use the actual shear like that. Think walk around a little bit more. We'll probably should add like one that doesn't light up around here, probably down like here. We'll add it right here. And other than that, I think it's pretty good. I mean, the whole light part is fine. Then I want to go back and I want to add in some like almost like, I don't even know what you would call this, like a little bulb almost. And then I want to put a quartz slab on top of that kind of thing. So like this. And that can be like that. And this is like our little bulbs in a way. I think it looks pretty cool actually now that I'm doing this. Looks pretty good. We'll try to put every color in here in a different area almost. So we'll put it like here, and then we'll put that on top. And then we'll continue. Actually, I want to put that one lower. Is this a silk touch? No, that's not good. We checked. Actually, yeah, it's not silk touch. We'll go like that, switch that out. I want to put this one lower just because I don't want it to be at the same height as that other guy. So put this guy right here underneath it, and then we'll break that and put this on top. So I'm going to continue to go around the outside with this, really try to find the best places. I got to make sure I do all the sides, otherwise it's going to look weird if I just favor a couple of the sides. So I'm going to continue to do this till we get to a point where I want to go ahead and put this star on. One thing I'm going to try right now, and we'll just see what it looks like. I don't think it's going to look like how I want it. Like, I just want to see what would it look like if I place that on there. Now, it doesn't look that bad, but in my opinion, I don't know if it, I don't know. We're going to try doing it in a little cluster to see. It might work. It could look like little, tiny, I guess, little things, but it might work. It adds a little bit, in my opinion, almost a little bit of detail that we didn't get before. I want to try to do it on almost all the sides so we can see kind of what it looks like. Now, actually, I think it's starting to look pretty cool. Let's try to make sure we do it around all the edges, just so that way we're not favoring, again, one side rather than the other. Maybe I'll put one here. Maybe I'll put one like there. Try to make sure that the colors are all evened out. I actually kind of like that. I'm kind of glad I went with that. Kind of looks pretty cool. That kind of looks a little weird right there, but that's fine. We can leave it a little bland. We'll put one like there so we're not right above that guy. It's really kind of weird the way that I place these things. I really try to make sure everything is almost 100% perfect, which can be a negative sometimes, but I think it really in this point is kind of a positive. So I want to get at least one more blue like over here maybe. That's kind of cool actually looking right there. And then we'll do like one of these guys. And then try to go all the way up to the top to make sure that we're not favoring just the bottom again. I need the light blue in here, like here. And then fly around maybe a dark blue like there. I think that looks pretty cool. Like if we come all the way back here, that actually looks not half bad in my opinion. I think these lights right here, if they were lit up, it would be even better. But honestly, I think that's pretty much done. We're going to add the star on here in a second, but I need to go ahead and get some more glass colors because I want to do something pretty special with it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, actually I don't even know if I need glass, but I'm going to check what I need for what I have in my mind and then we'll do it. So I've got the materials that I need and now I want to use this beacon that I acquired an episode or so ago and use that for this. Now, the only thing I'm not sure, do I want to put the star like on top of this or I think I might break this block because it'll look maybe a little weird if we don't. So we'll go like this and then like that. Now that's a pretty good placement. Yeah, that looks pretty good height wise. So then we're going to add some stuff around the edges like this. This is going to be pretty cool looking when we do the rest of it like this on the sides. And then like this, and then like that. And then I think that's pretty much good. Now let's take a look down below. I think that looks pretty cool, honestly. The glass just really adds a little bit to it. So let's go ahead and fly up here. Like, I think that looks pretty cool. I think this is our finished Christmas tree. Now the last thing that we have to do is we have to go ahead and put our little present down here. Now, probably just gonna put it literally just right underneath the tree like that. And this is our present. Now, no one will be able to get access to this until the thing is done. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to start thinking and brainstorming, what do we want to give away to you guys? And then once we figure out what we want to give away, I'll tell you guys how you guys can enter. So this is sort of the stuff that I've acquired so far that I think people would find value in, but I'm trying to figure out, maybe I can give away a full set. Let's see, what do I want to, actually no, I don't want to do Kit Griffin. I'll just grab a full set of unbroken vampire armor, grab a vampire, stuff like that. I think that would be kind of valuable to people. I think not many people have that stuff. So maybe, what do I have in here for spawners? Chicken spawners. I can give away this Enderman spawner. I don't really need that. I don't really use that. Maybe some glowstone. I don't know. Do people like glowstone? I don't know. I'm trying to think of things that people could find useful in a way that is almost sort of in a way valuable, but I don't know. I think the stuff that I have in my inventory is good. We're going to go ahead, fly all the way back up to the top and start to, I guess, organize it in the chest. Now, I do want to put some money in there since I do have a decent amount of money. So let's go ahead, fly all the way over here and start to organize this in a pretty cool way. So I'm thinking like this guy can go over there, this guy can go over here. Maybe like here and here. And then the wither heads can probably go like that in a way. Enderman spawner can go in the middle. Thinking sky notes can go here. And then for armor, we'll put it in all of the corners in a way, but we'll make sure it's organized pretty cool. And then like that. So sky notes here, so we'll do, let's split this up into 4, split this up into 4 as well. Like that, and then split this into 4. So we'll do like this. I think this looks pretty cool. And then like that. And then finally our emeralds. So I think this is a pretty decent amount of stuff. Now, I have extra room though. Crap. I don't think we'll need to give away this glowstone. I think, well, I don't know what's more valuable, the glowstone or the mushroom eggs. I'll keep the mushroom eggs and we'll add this glowstone in here because I think that's pretty valuable. And then for sky notes, we'll just give away 200,000. We'll give away 1 of each because I think that is as high as you can go is withdraw 100K. We'll do that twice so that way we can put them both in there like that. So there we go. I think this is what we're going to give away to you guys. So I guess you guys probably now want to know, how can I enter to win this? This is going to be one winner. It's going to be announced in the following episode. So you have to, I guess, the way to enter is just comment your Minecraft IGN, and you can only win this on Fantasy. I'm sorry for those of you that play on other servers. You can only win this on Fantasy, and there's going to be one winner. You don't have to like or anything. Just literally just comment your name down below, and that's how you'll be entered. So I'll go ahead and I don't even know how to do it. I'll do some random like comment picker thing, like some website, or I'll just pick some guy at random that I don't know. So basically that's how we're going to choose that. So just comment your Minecraft IGN down below, and we'll give away in next episode. So I'll give all the loot to whoever actually ends up winning. So again, just enter, put down in the comments your Minecraft IGN. You have to play on Fantasy, and that's how you enter. And it's pretty simple. One lucky winner, and that's just my way of, I guess, celebrating the holidays in, I guess, SkyRegions. So I think that is where we're going to bring today's episode to a wrap. Whoa. I think that's where we're going to bring today's episode to a wrap. In next episode, I do want to try to almost completely finish the top part of the island. I think we may have to do it in one more episode after that, but I want to get a big chunk of what I want to get done for basically what I have planned for that tree. So I want to get that done in next episode. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, definitely show your support down below. Again, leave your comment of your name, your IGN, your Minecraft IGN, so that you guys can be entered in that small little giveaway for the holidays. And as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys later. Peace out.